Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following me as I explore my wide world of pens. You see before you the PenBBS Model 348, which is a prototype model. As far as I know from Bieni and her posts, that it will probably not be sold, especially not in this form. These small numbers were produced just to test out the filling system, and I've done that. But I did show in the video a nib ground by Arlo Palmer of PalmersPens. I have a link in the description. And spoiler alert, it's a phenomenal nib. I think we have now discovered a grind that I was not even aware could exist, and now I have one in my hand, and I will show you how it writes. But I just wanted to do a quick exploration of the 348 now that I've had it for a week or so. So one of the things that I notice is the ink collecting here, which is between the barrel and that sleeve that the piston goes up and down, and it really doesn't come out. The other thing I wanted to show is that this is a double-threaded on the cap and barrel. So yeah, it takes a little bit over 2 turns. But if we tighten it back up, we'll see the nib is here facing to the right of the clip. So we're going to uncap, turn it until that barrel comes loose, and then we're going to continue to turn until we click into the next set of threads. You heard that. And then we're going to put the barrel back in, and now the nib is to the left of the clip, pointing there. So that's double threaded in case there was any questions, and they also triple thread sometimes, so you can find another set of threads, and sometimes things line up. In this case, they do not. The other thing I just wanted to show is, there was some confusion on my part as to whether there was a nib collar in here, and eventually I figured out that there was. And there does appear to be a little bit of ink getting between that nib collar and the section, so that's going to make cleaning this out if I wanted to change the ink, which I don't have any plans for in the immediate future, but hopefully I can eventually get that sleeve to unscrew, and that's how I'm going to be able to totally clean out the pen when I'm ready to do that. I got a pretty full fill, and I've been using this. I've written a number of letters with it, and it's probably gone down not quite a mil, but there's still a lot of ink left. And that triple broad on the one side really lays down a lot of ink. And I love flipping it around on the reverse side. The first nib I've ever had that's a standard nib that's designed to write both ways and writes with a significantly different line depending upon whether you use it regular or you use it reverse. So enough talking about this. Let's see how that nib writes. For those that not have seen a first review that I did of this pen, it's inked with Noodler's Navajo Turquoise, an ink that I really enjoy, and I have a huge bottle, 16 ounces. It's down to probably close to 15 now, so I'll have enough ink to last me probably for a long, long time. A quick overview, in case you haven't seen my first review. A little over 2 turns to get off the cap. You can spin off the barrel. It fits well in the hand, I think, ergonomically. I enjoy the flare out at the end of the section. The length is nice. The weight is nice. You can put the cap there, but it doesn't stay, so we would say it's not a pen to post. I think, as you heard, this is phenomenally smooth. Lays down a really thick line. Feels almost like a paintbrush. Just makes this Navajo turquoise ink really pop. So that's this side. What is reverse like? Let's look at that. So it's not quite as wet. It's still pretty smooth. It has a little bit of a sweet spot to it, as you can see here when I got off the sweet spot. So I think this is a phenomenal double-sided grind. My first double-sided grind like this. Going to give my email address, so if this is a nib you're interested in, we're working to produce more of these, so let me know your level of interest. Appreciate it. So we've reached the end of this look at an interesting nib and an interesting pen. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you're staying safe, healthy, and happy, and you find a great nib to put some ink on paper with. We reached the end of this video. We're going to say bye. Nice nib, nice ink.